Cultfigga TV. The fall of the Boule in Texas City, Texas is finally here. Y'all be sure to wipe y'all feet. That means hit the like button. You in the house of revolution. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform, y'all. Please be sure to hit that like button. I know the city officials, y'all not gonna hit it. Mayor Johnson, you definitely not gonna hit it. Y'all better hit your TV watching this. Now, it really brings me no pleasure to play this piece of information that will put the final nail in the coffin of Dedrick Johnson and the Boule in Texas City for good as of right now. And that's serious business, because behind the scenes, I'm getting backlash, Ampu getting backlash. People wondering, why y'all bringing down the black man? I'm hearing it for elders, and I'm hearing it from young people. Why are we going after the black man? And it hurt my heart when I hear this from them, because the community seems not to understand what I'm about. Ampu. Do y'all think we just targeting black people? Remember, Big Game Honey. This man was a city commissioner when me and Matthew was going after the city mayor was a white man. We wasn't letting up. We didn't let the white man get away with his crimes. Why would we let Boule get away with anything? I want y'all, so I gotta put this in perspective to everybody in Texas City. We gotta do what's right. Period. We gotta do what's right, period. It's not all right when black people get in power. You just let them do whatever they want, but you complain about the white man. So do you feel good seeing a black man commit crimes and think he's bigger than the program? And nobody can question him? That make you feel good? It don't make me feel good, because I'm a servant and a peasant to nobody, black or white. I'm not lesser than to no man. Do you understand that? So, I'll remind y'all, how did this start? Then I'm finna play this, because I gotta set the tone. When me and Ampu was getting our minds right, coming from prison, and I vowed I would never be involved in gangs anymore, walked away from that as the leader of the set, the big dog, walked away from that. Street Dundada walked away from all that, didn't want to have no part of being a blackface Ku Klux Klan member anymore. You see, that's the difference between me and these other folks. I walked away on top. I left the game like MJ. You know? I said enough, man. When me and them Pooh decided to do this revolutionary work, Mayor Johnson had denounced a meeting we went to. A meeting that was on behalf of a young elder who had been assaulted by the police, Miss Lynch. One of my partners, his mother was assaulted. We show up at the meeting. Cornell Lex was there, speaking on behalf of the community. A lot of elders was there, young people, just a lot of people was there. The next day, Commissioner Johnson, he won't get away with this. People are wondering, why have you been doing it? Because this man came out the next day, denounced us, not us as me and Ampu, because he didn't know who he was, revolutionary, denounced people who went to the meeting and said only the crooks and the criminals are complaining about what's going on with the Texas Police Department. That was his quote they used in the newspaper. Only the crooks and criminals complain. That pissed me off. I've been upset with him ever since, because are you crazy? We regular black people in the community complaining about being harassed, police abuse, police just pulling them over for no reason, financial terrorism, giving them tickets just so they can fill up the coffers of the city. And that man said, only the crooks and criminals complain. I wasn't having that. And I've been wanting to get him on the record ever since. He been dodging, he been ducking. So I had to turn up the heat, because I won't let that go. I won't let that go. We want that apology. And I've been yelling, I want that apology for the community. And what really pissed me off was, after George Floyd died, this shoe shiner Dedrick Johnson became the mayor of Texas City as the first black mayor. How did he ride into the being mayor? Police justice for George Floyd. Police reform. I'm the only person like, what? How, nigga, you said only crooks and criminals complain. Now you want to be mayor, I guess you a crook and a criminal complaining. Anyway, you thought you can get away. You can't.
She was invited to this house on 18th Street in Texas City, Texas. But when this 55-year-old woman tried to leave, he said no, grabbed her, raped her between two cars parked in the front of the house. Then he dragged her inside and raped her again. Days later, Texas City police would make an arrest. But wait till you hear what they found when they executed a search warrant on the rapist's phone. It took a jury less than 3 hours to send 53-year-old Fabian Richard Lewis to prison for 25 years. It may be a death sentence. Lewis had tried to convince his victim not to press charges. We have the text messages. You can see her response. Despite a felony life of crime, Lewis had somehow found jobs in and around Galveston County government for decades. Lewis was first convicted of robbery, 1988. Sentenced to 15 years in prison. He served just 2 in 1991, another felony conviction for cocaine dealing. He was arrested for allegedly threatening to kill 2 Galveston School District employees while on parole. That was 2006, and Lewis was still on felony parole when he was arrested for sexual assault in December of 2020. Police found more than 1,000 videos on his phone. Like this one, the swearing in of Texas City's Mayor Dedrick Johnson. But a lot of the videos were sexually explicit, we're told. But as detectives traced the sexual exploits of Mr. Lewis, they obviously traced the numbers he texted with.
We may not understand what he's saying.
Wait a minute. Where are you going with this?
Now,
this is the youth minister and assistant pastor of the Greater St. Matthew's Baptist Church.
But we will understand it one day.
He's made the moves on our videos before.
By and by, oh, when the morning comes.
Not a bad singing voice. Yep, on the rapist's phone were texts and calls with embattled Mayor Dedrick Johnson. They were obviously close friends.
I'm thankful that God has not only elevated me,
but Mayor Johnson, he didn't want anyone to know what they chatted about. Bro, don't share what we talk about with any other. Fabian's response, I'm from the hood, for real.
I'm from the hood, for real. Don't tell nobody what we talking about. Nobody would know if you wasn't a crook and a criminal, Dedrick Johnson, and the police have to dig through the files to find this type of stuff.
But the texts were usually not about politics. They were about women. Lewis sharing photos of women he hit sexually. He shared a picture of 4 women. That's the sisters, he wrote. I'm 3 out of 4, LOL. The mayor cropped out the photo of one of the women and texted it back. They all beautiful, Johnson wrote. But this one here, guess he was bragging. That the lady and a daughter I hit. Then another picture of a woman. You can see the image is redacted because the woman, we're told, was naked. The mayor's response, damn, she's fine. Because sending pornographic images by phone is a crime in Texas, and because the mayor was a recipient of one of those pornographic photos, the detectives went to the captain of the Texas City Police Department to alert him, to ask him what to do. He was not interested in pursuing the information. The text messages were given to the Texas Rangers. There's no evidence it went any further. Today, that Texas City police captain has a new job. He's now the mayor's controversial police chief in Texas.
Was done in the dark, come to the light. Cravens. Do you hear me now? Cravens, I asked you, did you have anything to do with what the mayor had been doing to this city? I asked you. Do you remember that day? When they threw me out the meeting, I said, Cravens, you in on this? Absolutely not, because me and you go back. Me and you go way back, Cravens, don't we? Actually, was you in on this? You told me no. Well, you said, hey, giving me the impression I'm not in, that's him. Is this how you got to be the police chief? Favor for a favor? They brought you, this not looking good. They brought you information that Desert Johnson and a sexual deviant have been passing pornographic illegal material online, and you said, hey, I don't really see nothing in there. But did you read the law? But you didn't see nothing, right? So I guess that's how you got that chief's position. Is that correct? A lot of people say you should have never been chief. A lot of them was upset about you being chief. But I guess when they come to you with some shit that could have brought down Johnson, and you decide to overlook it as what was you, a lieutenant? That put you in good favor with Mr. Johnson. Am I right? That's what they're saying, Chief Cravens.
Texas City, Landis Cravens. Cravens and Johnson are blamed for a campaign of retaliation against their own police officers that has led to an exodus of police protection in a city with rising crime. We've learned it's gotten so bad that Texas City police officers even refuse orders to identify members of their union board for fear they'll get punished. The police union has endorsed the recall of the mayor, and other Galveston County police groups are joining in. The two-term mayor is under fire for violating state transparency laws.
I think it's necessary, and I think the voters are the people that should make the decisions, not the elected officials who have the arrogance and the audacity to say, I know best.
For blocking discussion of a $1 billion 55-plus community called Margaritaville.
I've got a 30-member board, Wayne. Business owners, they know how important this deal is.
For putting taxpayers into tens of millions of dollars in debt so he can have a new city hall building.
I spoke to this Texas City resident of 82 years.
Things like the money he wants to spend on this new city hall annex place down here, just
you never said nothing when Chuck Dahl. See, this is what I'm saying. When Chuck Dahl was wasting frivolous money, I never said nothing. But the problem is, Chuck Dahl never, that white man Chuck never had the attitude that Dick Johnson got. He never dictated dog. The man never in his life made rules where nobody can say nothing unless he say so at the city council meetings. He want to know what you're saying, and he'll let you know if you can say it. Chuck Dahl did. When Shoeshiner Johnson got in office, the arrogance went to his head. That's what I'm trying to tell black people. Like, I'm not the type of person who, just because it's a black person, I'm okay with it. I don't care about that. What the hell is wrong with y'all? See, y'all don't give a shit. That's why you're in the position you in. You in the position you in because you go along and get along with anybody that's got the skin complexion, right? That you got. Man, y'all want to stay at the bottom because the Boule can play y'all like that. That's how the Boule. And y'all who don't know what that is, you need to get hip. That's how they can play y'all and make sure they stay wealthy and you stay at the bottom. Because as long as you see a brother man at the top, man, lift all of us up. Let's all have something. You understand that? Everybody get a piece of the pie. Not the chosen few. That's the only game Boule Johnson been playing. His chosen few. Man, please. Well, I told you how he was leaving office. Shamed and humiliated. It looked like it's coming true.
He's spending too much money.
And this week, Johnson moved to give himself absolute veto
power. Too many of my brothers done died on your watch. Too many of my brothers done died on your watch at the hands of that police department. R.I.P. Derek Glenn. R.I.P. Ted. Justice for Rigo Ornelas. Dying on your watch.
Denying an elected councilman the right to put something on the agenda if he doesn't like it.
It's not just unlawful, it's undemocratic. That's an abuse of power.
A move to delay the mayor's total takeover of Texas city government failed. Folks, you should recall any city council member who failed to represent you in that vote.
The word that's being commonly used is dictator.
The discovery of these text messages between the mayor and the
dictator. Then Wayne Delafino seen my video, then he ran with it. I'm the one who said you was the dictator first.
Convicted rapist. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. But how we found these text messages is part of our widening investigation into the illegal and systematic withholding of public information. Because Fabian Lewis is convicted and can't appeal, the records of his criminal investigation are public record. In early April, we asked the city of Texas City for documents detailing the investigation, and we made it pretty clear what we really wanted. All text messages and photos recovered from his phone by Texas City Police. 2 weeks later, we got an unusually fast response from Texas City. The files, including text messages.
Pay attention to this part. Pay attention.
Even the search warrant for the phone. But missing were any communications between Fabian Lewis and the mayor or those extracted phone records. We then asked for the same investigative file from the Galveston County District Attorney's Office. And that's how we got the text between Lewis and the mayor. As a result, we're amending our criminal complaint on this woman. City Secretary Ramari.
Ma'am, he already told you y'all were hiding stuff. You tried to hide some stuff? Now they busted you again. They're gonna sue you for that, ma'am. I told you in one of my videos, you're doing yourself no favors, ma'am, trying to cover for corrupt Mayor Johnson. And I'm hearing there's a reason why you're doing that, but I don't want to put that all online like that. Man, you should think about your career.
Ari Lee, we've accused her of withholding public records systematically. The Galveston DA's office is now investigating that.
There have been no findings of any violations.
It's that kind of arrogance that will end up costing Texas City taxpayers more money. We are suing the city, and I'll prove the mayor isn't telling you the truth. We've now added the rapist text messages to our criminal complaint. The Galveston DA's office is now investigating that, but I get it, they've been busy. Ramari Lee is also responsible for providing petitions when someone seeks a recall of a public official.
So I don't fully have to provide a whole lot of answers to your questions.
Here she is.
More lies, ma'am. You think you so slick and so smart, ma'am, that now you're gonna go down over Boule Johnson. Instead of just doing right by the community, the people coming with the proper paperwork, they're looking for records. What do? Try to hide records. You're getting a suit. You're costing the city money, man. That's crazy.
He is refusing to answer specific questions about a recall requested by Texas City resident Josh McMeekin.
Ramari, when are we getting our records? You're gonna get the city sued.
We posted a recent Galveston Daily News article on the recall on the Dolcefino Media Facebook page. Hey, I made the front page. Virtually all the comments that came in applauded our investigation. Heck yeah, keep up the good work. Thank you for looking out for all of us. But look at this guy, Randy White, who made a long post on our page detailing all of the mayor's accomplishments, including providing relief supplies to the Central Texas flood victims. The response from the police union president, she accused Randy White of actually being the mayor, Dedrick Johnson, and the Galveston police.
Bro, they finding you with burner accounts. You going down. But I always want you to remember this, Mayor. Remember who started it. Remember who done this to you. And I want you to remember why. All I asked you was for a simple apology about only crooks and criminals complain. When you didn't get that apology and we started waging revolutionary war on you, the chinks was in your armor, bro.
Police Officers Union weighed in, quoting, "You feel your personal security outweighs the security of the residents of Texas City. The cost of the mayor's large security detail is one of the things the Johnson administration has been illegally withholding from public."
That personal private security detail that you got right there. I've reached out to Wayne Delafino about that. Because police officers told me and Ampu we should focus on that and look into that. Why would they tell us that? Maybe it was because you lied and the justification for you having all these officers is because you pointed at me and little bro and told me that we was violent. Look at our past and that we was capable of doing anything. So once they looked, you had some justification like, okay, they was tied to some gangs and leaders of this and that and crime, they come from that. Y'all justified our past for you getting bodyguards like you, Barack Obama. Where at times it was more bodyguards with you than it was police in the damn streets. That's a fact. More police was with you one night, you threw a little something at the city hall, you threw something over there at the convention center. More police was with you than patrolling the streets while crime is on the rise. Violence, too, on the rise. Boy, I want that unity summit. You can't hide from that. I want to bring unity to the community. You can't stop me. But you're going to get a lawsuit for that, too, because I don't appreciate you justifying ripping off the community, lying on me and little bro. With no danger to you physically, what the danger was politically, us tearing you down and ruining you for good, Jack. That was the danger of us. Violence, nigga, please. My daddy told me, I don't have to play that with you. We know how to handle political clowns like you. Can you hear me now?
Public scrutiny. And Mr. White, guess what happened? He deleted his comments, but not before we got the screenshots. Why don't you search the Google images of this profile picture for Randy White, and it comes up as this. Handsome man holding car keys. It's another example of fake social media profiles praising the mayor as his town revolts against him.
Investigators say it's actually Texas City multimedia specialist Derek Miller.
Last month, one of the mayor's 2 communications officers was charged with felony online impersonation for creating a fake profile of one of the mayor's biggest critics, where he said nice things about the mayor instead. Miller is now out on bond, but still working at City Hall. The DA's office won't tell us if other city employees or public officials have been implicated in creating fake profiles. But we know one thing. There is nothing fake about these text messages, the ones between the rapist and his friend the mayor.
With the recall underway, it's now up to Texas City voters to decide if it's time for the dancing dictator to go.
The dancing dictator. Oh my goodness. Realm. I forgot you was a realm. How disgusting. For you to be behind that pulpit, shoe shiner. See, you are Vanessa Boule Johnson, and your big mistake was you tried to pull off this scandal. You tried to pull off this scam in my hometown. The home of King Ampu and King Yahshua. Yamin. That's was your mistake. You should have went up the road with that, Jack. Ha! You should have never said only crooks and criminals complain about police brutality. That's why I got on your bumper. And little bro know it, and I've said it 1,000 times in the book. That's why we are here today. You disrespect the community when I had decided to stand up for the community. It was, if it was when I just was in banging, I would never give a damn about you saying that. Who gives a damn about what a city commissioner say or a mayor? But when I changed my life, I care what a city council commissioner or a mayor or somebody tied to the city say about the community. It's my job to care. My job not to overlook it. My job to let him know you're going to give us our apology, brother. You're not bigger than the revolutionary program. To all my people in Texas City who are upset. Well, I'm upset too. That our people fought so hard to get a black man in power and turn out to be a scamming ass shoe shiner who only gave a damn about himself. All skin folk ain't kin folk. I could give a damn about the complexion you got. It's about what are you doing for the people? What are the policies you are presenting? Financially, is it becoming a better city? Is the violence decreasing? Is it safer in the city? Has the white supremacy been put in check? Oh, we know that that's a big problem. That's what I care about. That man ain't said one word about no white supremacy. Never. Ever in his life. Pretend like it didn't exist. And everybody know that's true. Everybody know the white supremacists had their throats around Texas City. I mean, LeBron fighting. But the white supremacists, let me tell you something. They liked it, you. Just too much was happening on your watch where they gotta now get rid of you in a humiliating fashion. They really actually liked you at first. You didn't give a damn about the black people. You were seizing their land that people been having in their family since slavery. You was going along with it. That's a fact. I'm not gonna let the people forget that. You know? So I hope this humbles you. I hope you change your ways and get your life right. Maybe one day we can sit down and work this out. Then I can go back and erase all the videos ever made about you. See, that's the type of person. I'll erase all the videos ever made about you. Once we sit down and get an understanding and see where things went wrong and how things can go right, I can take that stuff down. This one can go down too. But until then, this is historical information. The House of Revolution, the people in here know this story real good. Some of them are very proud of their brother that I stayed on the case. Y'all. Look at it. This is a warning to the Boule all over the damn country. Men and poor showing the brothers and sisters how to get it done. Politics is local. Don't be worried about Washington, D.C. or the capital in your city unless the capital is where you stay. Worry about your mayor, your police chief, your city council, your chamber of commerce. You make sure every last one of them know your name. Make sure they know your face. And some respect come with that. You work on your home front. You see, that's how we get some straightening. We can't always turn on TV and I'm talking about New York and Washington, and I'm talking about Cali, and I'm talking about everybody else. But one thing people know, I deal with this in my city. I'm laser focused on where I'm from, helping out. So much I gotta do. I can't just always focus on particularly this guy. We trying to change but every day I work on changing the gang culture. Every day when big Cultfigga come out and I denounce gangs as blackface Ku Klux Klan members, y'all don't understand what that means to the gang culture. Cause one of the biggest gang members ever, which I was, I put my gang reputation versus anybody gang reputation. I don't know damn who you is. Put my legendary gang reputation versus somebody else. And one thing nobody has ever done is done what I'm doing now. Denouncing it, saying that was all fake, that was all phony, I was dead wrong. I was a blackface Ku Klux Klan member waking up trying to harm people because they weren't part of my gang or they on the other side of town. Just blackface Ku Klux Klan activity. I never heard no gang member talk like, ex-gang member talk like that. That's legendary. They can't take that away from me. People are like, well, what are you doing? Boy, every day I put my life on the line denouncing gangsterism and poison pushers. Every day. I don't have a mask on. It's not a blank screen with some guy talking. This is me. This is who I am. Texas to Texas. Galveston County to be exact. We making a change here. Good work is being done here. Who ever thought? Somebody like the cat who I was, I would have my seat at the table in the politics. Me and them Pooh, my little brother. That city officials would get with us about who could be mayor. I got the mess. I got all that. But I ain't got to prove it. Y'all don't know. Who could run for this? Who could run for that? How do we feel about this? How do we feel about that? You know, I used to see my daddy getting them calls. My daddy was getting people showing up at his house. Let's talk to you for a minute, real. Now I know I'm doing the right thing when I'm getting righteous calls. People used to call me, man, OG, say why this bullshit went on. Hey, homie, are you from me? This from me. Now I'm getting calls about, hey, brother, they being racist over here at this school. Hey, brother, I got fired over here. I think it's some racism. Hey, brother, man, these gangs just doing too much killing. Did you hear about? Hey, brother, could you meet us at the city hall? It's just we gotta get some straightening with the mayor. Now I'm getting them type of calls. That means something to me. It might not mean nothing to a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all that do, but a bunch of folks that don't. That mean everything to me. You know? And I'm proud of Ampool, his hard work. I'm proud of this platform who has backed me and stayed down with me. But the views gonna be low on this too. I appreciate people who watch this type of stuff. You know, they love the love and hip hop stuff, the hip hop stuff. But it's hard for them to pay attention to what matters most. But it's all right. Because the Most High told me, if you build it, they will come. So I built the House of Revolution. And y'all came. Cultfigga. Follow me.